Wagwan and what's up, welcome back, it's Josh. Today we're reacting to Superman&Lois season finale, titled Waiting for Superman. Last episode we were kind of dealing with the fallout of Clark losing his powers. We saw Jordan be a bit of a badass again, Natalie be a bit of a badass. John Henry kind of sort of sacrificed himself. He went after Ali and he got fucked up a little bit, and we don't know if he's dead. He kind of looks a bit dead. We also know that John Diggle is showing up in this episode. I'm hoping that somehow he'll get the ring back, because obviously he fucked it in the Flash. But who knows? And yeah, this should be the end of Ali Allstone, but who knows? Who knows? She's very close to merging the worlds, and it's all looking a bit shit. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you guys enjoy, remember to like and subscribe.
The planet's real. It is happening. And Ali Allston, or whoever she is now that she and her Bizarro self are one, is responsible.
Mental. So Chrissy has been given the okay to tell the world about Ali merging the worlds, which is mad. And yeah, we're seeing it happen. It looks pretty good, like CGI wise, with Ali there. So I'm excited to see how close she gets, because I kind of want there to be a final battle. But at the same time, I don't know if she's going to be able to fight whilst trying to merge the Earths. I don't know.
I didn't get to tell her how much I loved her, or how proud I was to be her daughter. I didn't get to say any of that. And now I'm not gonna get to say that to my dad either.
Oh, you gotta feel bad for Natalie. She's had a pretty shit couple of years, hasn't she? Like, it's not looking good. But I feel like the fact that we didn't see John Henry die, that he's got to be alive somehow, right? Like, we didn't see it happen. He's a big enough character that wouldn't do him like that. He's got to come back.
Believe me, I was just as surprised to be transported to this godforsaken place as you all were. But, given the worlds have gone to pot, and you, brother, are in no shape to do much about it, seems my return... I'd hoped otherwise.
Oh my god, I didn't see this coming. But this is the perfect redemption for him. Yes! This is great! He's coming to help as well. He's not coming to be a dick, he's definitely coming to help. And he's like the only person that can do something about it. It's amazing. This is a complete surprise. I completely forgot about him for a second. I'm so down with this.
Boys!
Lois!
Dad!
I was on my way to the farm when the sky started to flicker like a strobe light.
Wow, so Sam and Lois have been stranded on Earth Bizarro, where Clark, Tal-Rho and the kids are on normal Earth. It's an interesting dynamic, because obviously Lois is very much able to handle herself, and it will be quite nice to separate their stories, that they can do two different things, if they keep it like this, that is.
Both of you stepped up when your dad needed it. It's my turn to do the same. Besides, you need to stay with your family.
You're our family too.
I don't lie, Natalie is just genuinely one of my favourite characters. She went missing for a couple episodes this season, which I was a little bit disappointed about, because I was hoping to explore her character a little more. But, you know, she's come into this season, and I've really enjoyed her character. And yeah, what they've done with her, and how she's a genius, and she's always willing to sort of sacrifice everything for the Kents, although she's known them for 5 minutes, and on her Earth, Clark killed her mum, and Lois is her mum. You know, like, I just think Natalie's been like a proper MVP of this season.
I don't know that you alone is going to be enough. Perhaps, but what other choice do we have?
Brother, for years I've watched you do things no other hero is capable of. It's rather inspired me to have a go myself.
I hope he doesn't die, man. I really hope he doesn't die. But, like, everything about his redemption, although I think it was early, I did say this at the start of the season, I didn't want him to be redeemed too early, but actually, they've done it really well. I don't want him to die, come on. Man, she's just too OP. Like, we haven't seen anything phase her yet, and this kind of worries me. Because, what, she's been Parasite for about 3 episodes now. And nothing they've thrown at her has really phased her. And I don't know how you can defeat an enemy in 1 episode that you don't know a weakness for.
Allie's gonna kill him. Not if I help.
You help Tal, and you get out of there. You understand? Go!
Oh, we're seeing some more Jordan! Superboy in it! I love how Clark had faith in there. And it was, I think it was a TikTok yesterday about how the look of pride on Cal's face when he saved him last episode. So, yes, I love a bit of Superboy. You know this. Come on. Come on, Jordan. Someone get this kid a super suit. Come on, season 3, he's got to get a super suit at some point. Natalie's got one, John Henry's got one, Tal's got one, Superman's got one. We got to get Jordan one. Come on.
It's the Eradicator, and even then it took weeks of me floating around outstretched before the sun.
Which is why you're throwing me into it.
What?
Dad, I know it sounds crazy, but when I was at the fortress...
Crazy? You're basically a human. We watched your ass get kicked last episode. You throw him into the sun, you get destroyed. That's all that's going to happen. I don't even think you get close. You just start melting. I was really hoping he was going to say Kara. It's like, alright, let's bell up Kara. What's she doing? Or Barry, you know. It's happening worldwide. One of them should be seeing it. Although they have said we should be getting an explanation this episode on why Kara's not around, but who knows.
What do you want us to do?
You guys have done everything you can. Right now, the most important thing is that you go be with your families.
Man, this is why Lana's the right mayor. You know, she's thinking about everyone. She's not like, nah, you need to go protect everyone. She knows that if people aren't listening to her, then it's their own fault for getting her. She's right to send them home. Fair play, Lana. I love that they've also given them this as their sort of what they're doing this episode, because otherwise if they were dealing with Kent as being away and it'd annoy me, but the fact they're looking for their dad has given them something to do for the episode, which is quite nice.
You just straight up disappeared. Please, I'm scared. I don't want to.
Wow, they just completely isolated Lois with no allies or anything. You know Lois Lane though, she's going to find a way and it's going to be badass, so I'm here for it.
You wouldn't be able to return.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay.
I just wanted to save you.
And you did?
But surely, right, like, because the pod also is quite strong. But this is what I think the plan's going to be anyway. They're going to get in the pod. They'll go through the portal in the pod, and then their armour and the pod should protect them to get back to the Earth. Right? Surely? That makes sense.
The Earth is lucky to have you.
Well, I mean, the fact he's not dead yet, I think, is a good sign. Anyone else got that close to the sun, they would be completely gone. So it's looking good. It's looking good.
No one ever deserves to be alone. Neither do you.
Man, it really sucks for Lois. Everyone's come into this bizarre Earth, and Lois has been sent there, and she ain't going home. Everyone else has been sent home, but not her. It's a bit peak for her, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's sweet, you know. They've had a lot of drama between the family this season, and to finally kind of get that over with. Not over with, but sort of a resolution where they're all together in the end. I think that's kind of sweet.
Glimpses of other worlds and the leagues of superheroes they have on them. And even though we only have your father on this planet, thank God that we do, because he's the finest of any Earth.
He just said I've seen the leagues of superheroes they have on other planets, and although we only have your father on this planet, but this is still Earth Prime. Like, we see John Diggle. John Diggle is meant to appear in this episode as well. But we've seen him in the series. We know that this technically the same world that the Flash is on, and Supergirl, and Oliver, and For Legends, and Batwoman, and, you know, this is meant to be the same Earth, so I don't understand. I'm very confused. This is cool. I love the flashbacks, the light of the suit, the CGI is pretty good. It's a very nice scene. I love how we get like the flashes to his kids, his wife, and the Superman logo glowing. This is cool. To get a proper supercharged Clark will be sick in this.
You've always been my hero. I love you, Dad. I always will. And I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too, Buck.
Man, I don't know. I don't think they're going to die. That'd be a very brave move. Like, an extremely brave move for them to pull off. To kill them both. I feel like Clark's got to come in to save the day, right? That's the only option here.
Where's Dad?
It's Clark.
Too right it fucking is! Look at the aura around him, man. He looks sick! Oh my god. Man, that looked sick there with the fucking lines. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Supercharged Clark. Fuck yes. Wow. He's gonna overcharge her like a battery, which is a very smart idea. I did think this earlier on when I said about not having a way to defeat her, but I just didn't know if it'd be plausible with the energy she absorbed of her Earth's Tal-Rho and Clark's, the other episode. I was like, I don't know if you could overcharge her, but with the energy of the sun, maybe it's possible. We're doing like some Superman 3 shit, you know, where he flies around the Earth so fast it goes back in time. He's like doing that, kind of, to the combined Earth, so which I'm not too sure how it's going to work. But I'm no scientist, so I can't disprove this is false. Man, I said it, the CGI is out of this world in this episode. The only bit that looked shite, and it really did, and I don't blame them from taking away, but when Natalie and John were in the void together, the suits looked so shit. Like, the suits looked so animated, but to spend the budget on everything else, I'm kind of happy with.
Superman.
Man, it must be so hard for Clark when he's Superman not to just fucking fly and kiss Lois whenever he gets back from something like that. Because you know that's what he wants to do, but as identity purposes he can't, which sucks for him.
Protect my girls from all this craziness, which was naive. But even if Sarah didn't know, it would be tough getting through this life without you in it.
Man, I like this. It makes sense for the sort of line, and to find that information you would want to take a step back, and I like that they're going to be friends again, and I feel like these bridges are going to, for the last 14 minutes we're going to see rekindle anyway. We're getting Clark and Lana, maybe Lois and Lana. I think Lana and Kyle might rekindle, and Jordan and Sarah will be one we definitely see in the last 14 minutes, got fucking ages still.
Clark is Superman.
Oh my god! Finally! I knew it. I saw it was coming when she said I need to talk to you about Clark. I knew it would be nothing about the job. And this could be the turning point where we won't see any friction between Chrissy and Lois next season. Because we see it a lot in this season, last season, Lois is hiding stuff. Now Chrissy knows it all. Although it kind of feels like there is no character in Smallville that doesn't know, other than Kyle, maybe. But it'll be nice, it'll be refreshing to see Lois and Chrissy be able to work together without there being any secrets.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So John's still with Candace. I didn't realise this. Cool. Where the fuck has she been for the last 4 episodes? Who knows? But yeah.
I do trust you, Sarah.
I know. And I never said sorry for betraying that trust this summer at camp when I kissed Aubrey.
Finally! I've been asking for 13 fucking episodes. 15 episodes. Finally, she's taken some... She's grown up. Mental. Huh? About fucking time. Too right. Too fucking right.
You trusted me, you were faithful to me, and I wasn't. I should have just apologized and said I came at you with all of the things that I wanted from a relationship. And I never really thought about what you were going through or what you needed. And
Hey yo, the writers have been reading my comment section. I swear to God. I swear to God, the writers of the show have been reading the comment section of these videos week after week. That's all we needed. That's all I wanted. That's all I've wanted.
She's been looking at me like that all day.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work on that.
That's jokes, but I can kind of understand. I think I'd be the same, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not over what happened, and I don't know that I ever will be.
No, okay, and look, I'm sorry. Well, I am.
Yeah, no. I did say it when it happened that I didn't think Lana would get over it. I was kind of thinking with this episode maybe they would get back together, but yeah, I didn't. When it happened, I didn't ever see them being back together. That's why I originally thought Kyle would die this season, because I didn't see the family ever getting back together.
So
We need others. We can't be.
guess now you won't have to be.
Mental. Wow. So it never worked. They never felt complete. They never... any of it. Even, like, she almost seems a bit remorseful for it. I don't know whether that's an alley play or what. I almost feel like this would have been so much of a better scene if it was Lucy that we were asking the questions. Like, after everything Lucy went through and with Ali, like, it just felt like that would have made a lot more sense and tied up Lucy's story a lot better. But I get why Lois is there at the same time.
No, they're not. I'm sorry. There must be a misunderstanding. Does that say who these are from?
Just says Uncle Tal. That mean anything to you?
no, wait, absolutely. You got his trucks.
Hey, Jonathan!
That's dope. Well, Uncle Tal, man. Fair play to him. I was wondering where he got to. That is sick.
Yes, she was a naughty one, wasn't she? Tell me, what's her name again?
It's fair play. Fair play. Can't hate the play. I hate the game, man. Tal-Rho is on his shit. Out on Bizarro Earth, living his life. That seems like a nice ending for him. Oh, also, here he is. John Diggle. Argus file in hand. Who knows what he's up to?
Colonel Mannheim was the person that killed John Henry Irons. What I'm trying to figure out is why.
Mad. So John's got John on some kind of secret mission on why Bruno, what's his face, killed John. I reckon that's going to be their explanation on why John will be gone for a couple of episodes next series. I don't know.
And just so you know, my mom, she's been wanting to meet you. She got some pretty cool Kryptonian technology you might be interested in.
Really? Yeah. You can ask her about it yourself.
That's cool. Because you've seen it, and I've definitely seen it in the last couple episodes where John has definitely been feeling left out. Where Natalie and Jordan last episode were kicking evil John's and evil Lana's ass. You could just see on John's help, he was like, stop. He wanted to help, but there was fuck all he could do. So it's kind of a sweet gesture.
This is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Lois beat me to it. That is fucking sick. Fair play. New Fortress of Solitude in the ocean. Not too sure how that will work and not appear on satellite scans, but fair play. Well, that is that. That is season 2 done. It was phenomenal. I loved the way they took down Ali. I loved... it didn't feel too rushed. It kind of... We got done with the main story in sort of... Well, the main villain in the first 28 minutes, which they wrapped around really nice because they still managed to handle Clark and getting his powers back, and Natalie and John, and then the supercharged Clark used all that power to drain Ali, which was really neat. And then those last 14 minutes was quite nice to spend with his characters and tying up all sort of the loose ends throughout the season, with Chrissy and Lois and Kyle and Lana and John and Sarah and so on and so forth. Lucy a little bit, she had a bit of a cameo. I am a little bit gutted, actually, to speak on the whole season as a whole, that we didn't see more with Lucy. I definitely expected her to play a much larger role than she did. And like I said, to have her be the one at the end asking Ali if she felt complete would have been a really nice sort of touch, but they used Lois instead, and I kind of understand it, but I feel like that was a missed opportunity. I'm interested what they'll do with John Henry now. Will he go off to... Sorry, well, I had COVID, my throat is a bit dry. Will he go off to find out what happened to this Earth's John Henry, or will he stick around? And if he does go, will Natalie go with him? Will Natalie stay? So that is an interesting question for season 3. Anyway, when will we get season 3? I'm hoping October time, like normal, when we do get these. So hopefully not too long. Well, not too long. It's still 4 months away. Well, it's the 29th today, so 3-ish months away, which will suck because it was so good. But season 2, oh no, season 2 started in January, because season 1 came out January last year, and season 2 come out January this year. Okay, so maybe it'll be January next year we'll get season 3, as it's the only one we have, well, and the Flash, the only ones that have been renewed. Oh, actually, no. Season 1 came out in February. Oh, it was delayed. That's right. Yeah. Tal-Rho, I think, is another interesting thing for season 3. Will we see him again? Is he going to stick on Earth Bizarro? Either way, I'm happy. I did really like his redemption, especially this episode, and throughout the season as a whole. I thought he stepped up this episode. It was cool. He gave the boys trucks. The only other thing I would say is I was expecting someone to die this season. We didn't really get that. Not anyone of importance, anyway. Obviously, we lost the Superman of America, which was a massive disappointment anyway, so I wasn't worried about them. Bizarro, again, not really worried, and Anderson. But they were all characters introduced this season, and it didn't feel like a big sort of thing. I did think that Kyle would have died this season, so that's kind of the thing I was like a little bit upset about, because I don't think we've seen any major death at all, have we, throughout season 1 or 2. So I am surprised at that. I definitely think with season 3 that's a risk they should take, and if it is the last season, maybe make it an early season death. But other than that, I can't really fault it. Like, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. The only reason I'd give it a 9 is probably I feel like the alley battle could have been a lot better. It was cool, and Supercharged Superman was cool, but to have Superman and Tal and maybe even Jordan fight Ali would have been really cool and take her down. But, you know, I'm not disappointed with how Ali was taken down. And the season as a whole, I would give it maybe an 8. An 8. I was going to give it a 7.5. But no, I feel like an 8. I feel like it misses on a couple points in itself of Bizarro. And Doomsday, first of all. We all thought Doomsday was the villain. They bamboozled us, which is fair. And it was Bizarro, and then they killed Bizarro off, and then they switched it to Ali, and it was just all over the place. And for 15-episode series, to have the first 3 teasing one villain, it not be that villain, then he dies in 6 or 7, I think. Maybe even later than that. Then Bizarro dies, and then we build up on Ali, and it didn't feel rushed. It just felt like a lot. It was just a lot of changing around, and it was cool, and it was nice to see these different villains. But I mean, say different villains, they can still use Doomsday, which is cool, really cool. But it feels like maybe Bizarro could have been sort of a different villain instead, you know, like he could have been done for a different season. Other than that, I really enjoyed Bizarro's in a Bizarro world where we're seeing the opposite of everything. That was a really good episode. I don't think there was any bad episodes, and yeah, I just the other thing that kind of annoys me is not getting that point about Supergirl, because I definitely read it somewhere. I'm not making it up that they were going to explain where Kara's been or why Kara's not around. So I was a little disappointed we didn't get that in the final. But the season as a whole, fantastic. Final as a whole, fantastic. I'm excited to see what will happen next season, what stories will tell. We're going to see a sort of new relationship with Sarah and Jordan. Chrissy knows, and John, what will be going on with John Henry? Is he going off with Diggle? Is he not? And some new storylines to tell with John Kent as well. He's in this new fortress and some Kryptonian weapons. It'll be interesting to see what kind of role he'll take on. So, yeah, I'm very excited. I did enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.